all the army group, it really peace in Burma now.
To my opinion,
yes.
in fact,
in your opinion, in fact,
yes,
talk the truth.
Correct.
Yes.
President thinking he is sincere and honest that he want to bring peace in Burma. The problem is that the government is not all by himself. He has to, cooperate with many other fields, especially that the army. So that this is cooperation is something needed. So that whenever he says something, he said that Obama is already peace, and yet there's a lot of fighting still going on. For example, in the north, KIO, SSA, and there's a Blong group. They still going on. Fighting going on. Yes, going on. And that at the same time, President Nixon is hoping for peace and he tried very hard, and yet that the situation doesn't permit him. According to what he promised, it's never come up. And the country is not only in the Kachin state, there's the whole country, there's problems, different kinds of problems are going on.
Okay. How is the fighting going on between Kachin Independent Organization and Burmese troop? How is fighting?
That is, in fact, we really needed peace in the country, so that we agreed ceasefire in 1994, and yet the Burmese government has started to fight against in June 2011. Since then, the country is aware, still keep going on fighting. So even we are talking many times for a ceasefire agreement, and yet the realities have never come up. And fighting still keep going on. Now, yes, in Kachin, now more than 100,000 refugees are outside of the control area of KIO, as well as some people are in KIO control area like IDP, and then as well as refugee. So that those people are very, very difficult, and they're suffering from this kind of fighting. This is quite a long time, and more than 2 years now. It's going on 3 years. The people, are suffering.
What about the refugee camp in Lhasa or where?
Refugee, there's a lot of refugees camps are a lot. And you know that the Burmese government's troops have not only come to fight the Kachin Independence Organization, but they meant to fight. They shoot with shells into refugee camp. It is unbelievable. There is no Kachin Independence Organization or armies inside refugee camp, and yet when they come to fight in other area, that is okay, because of they think that we are the enemy of them. But how the refugees, the people from the village, they escape from their village and comes to stay in the refugee camp, and they shoot into refugee camps. And recently over 2,000 of refugees have to fled from refugee camp to the jungle. And there's several people get into the another new refugee camp, and yet several hundreds of refugees are losing in the jungle, and we still don't know whether they're still alive or suffering from, they're thirsty or hungry. That kind of things is happening.
Okay, Colonel James, the world community like Europe, America, worldwide, they believe, they trust in Burmese government. They believe that the peace now is still going on in Burma. Peace now, but the reality, and we are talking the truth. When the latest dialogue between Burmese government and ethnic armed group in Burma, the latest, and who joined the meeting?
We usually have a lot of dialogue between any nationalities, armed group, and the government. And the latest one is just 5th 6, 7, 8, 4 days we have meeting in Rangoon.
This month?
And yes, this month, just this month.
April.
Yes,
April.
During April. And 21 groups of international, these armed groups are joining there.
I see. What's happening?
That the problem is that they represent some general, even there's 8 generals came and read on behalf of that Commander-in-Chief General Min Online. He read 6 points. And this is, for example, no one can accept that their proposal remains for, legally and equally we have to come to discuss and come to in order to talk each other means to solve the problem what is happening in Burma. But no one can accept this kind of. For example, one point you said that all ethnic nationalities have to agree according to the wishes, according to the what commanded by Min Online. So that is we are still not under the control of the government and the army. How this it doesn't mean that we are discussing to negotiate or to agree ceasefire. It means come to order us. And another point is that no one want to accept, even like Aung San Suu Kyi and 88 people, no one want to accept 2008 constitution. No one want to accept whether this has to be renewed or have to amendment. No one. But let us say that you have to accept 2008 constitution. So that this kind of thing, no one can accept that. So that all this 21 group, no one agree this ceasefire.
Did the meeting successful?
This is absolutely failed because no one agree with that points.
No one agree with the offer by the government, right?
Yes,
I see.
Because it does mean that that the result is that just ordering to the people. It doesn't mean that we come to discuss for ceasefire agreement or to salute, that is peaceful solution. It doesn't mean that.
How do you think? How do you think when the Burma will get peace? How?
Look at to our experience since Burma got independence in 1948. The Burmese government or the military never keep their promises. Never keep the promise. That is the reason we keep fighting. For this reason, I honestly believe that when the day the government keep following their promises, when the day they keep their promises according to what we remained, by that time, or because even there's several kinds of law has been passing by, if they follow according to the law, and if they keep their promises, Burma will absolutely become peace.
I see. Okay, James. Okay, how do you see the foreign investor, who are the high head, investor in Burma, and what kind of the business they do in Burma now?
And there's a lot of governments come to invest in Burma, and yet the highest investors is China and Thailand. Those people, the highest investor. Even look at the investment comes from many countries, and within 1 year in the past, 3.6 US billions has been already invested. What this kind of things, and like garment and automobile assembly, and also some other factories, processes, and they come to invest. But I'm not sure whether this will be successful, and based on The agreement is really according to the agreement that's set up between government and the businessman. If they keep promises and help each other for mutual benefit, that will be. Otherwise, this tend to be loose again.
Do you think the Burma will become the chairman of the Asian this year? How do you think?
Or this, according to the request of the Burmese government, that ASEAN's members has agreed, let the Burmese government become the chairman of ASEAN. And yet, I think this is most probably based on the quality and whether the Burma's become qualified today. That's based on maybe another new decision has to make by ASEAN. If ASEAN thinks that okay, this is acceptable, but the quality of Burma government is acceptable, then probably they can be the chairman of ASEAN.
I see. Do you have anything to say to the international community about the situation in Burma today? Do you have anything to say?
This is my strong request. Since we gained independence in 1948, Burma has been going on, and there's a lot of problems. The people of Burma never enjoy with dignity in the country, and then that is, I think, we Burma, the people in Burma, why the government as well as any nationalities, armed groups, they are fighting, and it seems that if they are able to solve the problem, the country problem, they should have solved the problem within this long time, over 60 years. But within the country, everybody sees that impossible to solve the problem. So this is the day I think we need help from outside world for peaceful solution of the Myanmar and Burma, we call it Burma. And that is the reason whatsoever the people are outside war, they also think very deeply. They want to see Burma become peace so that they will also enjoy together with outside war. But it's not. So in order to such privilege we're going to have, then I strongly, on behalf of the people of Burma, I strongly want to request to outside war, please, whatsoever you can help, and helping hand by development, by politics, and by whatsoever, in order to bring peace in Burma, how as to restore peace and democracy in Burma. I think outside world they know very well. For that, whatsoever you have, the idea, I strongly wish to request that please help us. This is the strongest request from me.
ครับนี่คือคุณเจมส์รุมดาวขอที่พูดง่ายๆว่าสันติภาพพม่ายังไม่ได้เกิดขึ้นแต่ว่าก็ต้องการความช่วยเหลือจากสังคมโลกภายนอกให้ดูเพราะสถานการณ์พม่าวันนี้เหตุการณ์ความสันติภาพต่างๆยังไม่เกิดขึ้นอย่างแท้จริงอย่างการประชุมครั้งล่าสุดเดือนเมษายนนี้ที่กรุงย่างกุ้งก็ล้มเหลวจากกลุ่มชนต่างๆมาร่วมกับร่วมประชุมสันติภาพเรื่องการหยุดยิงการหยุดสู้รบแต่ก็ยังมีการสู้รบมีในกระชินและหลายชนกลุ่มน้อยที่ยังสู้ต่อสู้นะครับใช้กำลังทหารต่อสู้ในระหว่างชนกลุ่มน้อยกับรัฐบาลพม่าดังนั้นการลงทุนต่างๆนะครับโดยเฉพาะคนไทยนักธุรกิจคนไทยจากจีนไปลงทุนมากนะครับโดยเฉพาะพวกโรงงานอุตสาหกรรมต่างๆครับคือพม่ายังไม่ได้เกิดสันติภาพอย่างแท้จริงอย่างที่โลกต้องการแต่ท่านประธานาธิบดีเต็งเซ็งท่านมีความแสดงความจริงใจพยายามที่จะให้เกิดสันติภาพกับกลุ่มชนต่างๆอย่างแท้จริงนะครับท่านผู้ชมครับวันนี้รายการตามหาความจริงต้องขอบคุณคุณเจมส์รุมดาวอย่างมากที่มาให้ข้อคิดข้อมูลความเป็นจริงในพม่าสถานการณ์ในพม่าทั้งหมด Tonight, thank you very much, James, for your information about the Burma situation today. Okay, Colonel James, thank you for the Kachin Independent Organization Central Committee. Thank you very much. ลาท่านผู้ชมไปก่อนครับสวัสดีครับ